We're here. We're here. We're in Fabian's crib. Fabian, back there. We're gonna answer the age-old question: is Jessie Reyez better live than in her music? That's the answer we're gonna. That's the question we're gonna answer. That's the question we're gonna. That's the question we're gonna answer today. Usually we take summer off, right, Fabian? Out of talk recordings are only a winter activity usually, because it'd be hot as fuck in Fabian's crib. But now, my man's has upgraded right here. I don't know. I know you hear that in the background. Let me switch sides. Yo, bro got the upgrades. I didn't show him. I just put the volume. Yo, bro, you just sat on your mic the whole time, straight butt noises.
I didn't know
butt noises from that guy.
Oops. I didn't know.
So we're gonna go concerts in Brooklyn, Paramount. I'm looking at him like he knows. He don't know shit. He didn't even know we were going today. After we made this plan.
After I literally that only did I ask off, and I was like, oh shit, I got a day off today. I was like, cool. And this is why I
get to hang out.
off.
I get to hang out for free.
I was like, I got to just be in the crib, and you're like, yo, what time I'm pulling up? I was like, today? Question mark. I was like, is it Sunday? Is it Saturday?
No, bro, it's fucking
I'm
Tuesday.
Dumb.
July
I'm
1st.
My bad.
The 1st of July.
Oops.
Brother, that shit was so funny because I felt like I'm like, bro, pick up. I've been texting him. I sent him the address to the garage. He didn't even question it. There were signs we were supposed to hang out today.
I literally was like, cool. Yes, when we get there, that's great. That's when we read it, and I was like, that's cool. But just left it at that.
But I couldn't reach Fabian this whole morning, and I was gonna post a TikTok. You know how when you take a selfie on the corner of your face, I was gonna be like, yo, has anybody seen my boy? I know he'd be on TikTok, so he might see this. Please respond to my messages. But I felt like people were gonna think you were missing or something, so I didn't. So I didn't post it. But I was thinking about it long and hard. I'd be like, yo, what? Like, this is the fastest way to talk to him is on TikTok. So what I was gonna do, I was gonna make an edit of like a show, and then in the middle of the edit, be like, Fabian, yo, can you text me back? We have a concert today, bro. I texted you, bro. I was at work too, so I just kept texting you at work.
Called me on the phone like a regular person.
He didn't respond to my message until I was like, yo, I'm coming to get you, and he's like, huh?
I was like, what? I was literally like, cuddled up in bed like,
why? that's the real. That's his real thought process. He was like, bro, why are you coming?
I was so confused, and I was like, oh, right, that's today.
It's today, bro. That you just thought you were off?
Yeah, I did. I thought I just had a day
Like,
off.
yo,
I was
bless,
like, oh,
random
dress up,
Wednesday.
bro. I was like, hell yeah, my schedule worked out. I get a little day off to myself. Fuck yeah.
No, you don't. We're gonna go park. We're gonna be there a few hours early because people are already there.
I'm also hungry.
And we're gonna have a good time. And
we shouldn't bring any bags or anything, right? Cause
they said small bags. So if you have like a fanny pack.
I have like a small transparent bag.
Yeah, bring that because I can put all this shit in here.
Yeah,
but basically, we're mobile guys. I've got a tripod, which I don't know where my other metallic tripod went, so this is why I bought this one. It is significantly less money, and it looks cooler. We're going to do that. We're going to eat. We're going to go to a concert, and we're going to meet some bitches.
Stop with this intro.
You and hug, and I was like, oh my god, I love you too. And she had just sprayed something. I didn't know. She goes, now we both smell good. So I started dying on my face. I thought it was a hug. Dropped it in a split. You'll never forget that shit.
Look at him. Denier. The Nile's a river in Egypt, bro. Hey, nice pink Nike socks. Where'd you get those? And it wasn't even like I gave it to him as a gift. Bro saw them on my feet and was like, yo, can I have these? And I was like, bro, I just like we just came from the gym. He's like, I washed them.
You were like, I got them at Dickies or something in a pack.
Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah. Like, that's sick.
He's like,
I want a pair.
can I have them? Can I have them? Nah. He took them off my feet.
You lying.
Straight cheesed up off my feet and put them in the washer. Bro, I saw Megan 2. Megan 2. The second Megan game movie.
It basically is a game.
It basically is. That shit was fire.
Like a comedy action film.
Yeah, it was dope. Did you watch it?
No, I haven't. The last film I saw I've been rewatching films. 'Cause, I'd be bored.
Bro. And yeah, you would have been watching a whole other series of shit if I didn't text you today.
I would have, yeah, low key.
So fun fact, I was looking through my emails, and then I went on Ticketmaster website. So I originally paid $100 for these tickets.
Damn.
Right? That's pretty cheap, right? Plus $20 per ticket for convenience fee, because I need to be inconvenienced apparently. And the resale value on these tickets, Fabian, guess how much?
400.
500.
Oh, pretty close.
Yeah. Plus the fees. We could flip it to 1,000, gamble it away.
White shoes, they'll get dirty.
I'm wearing white shoes, but I'm wearing like the gym shoes that we have, but the short ones, not the actual long ones.
Are you wearing Lowe's house?
Yep. See, he knows what sneakers are. He knows the terms. All right,
Hello.
recap. We are here.
Home.
The Fabian's cribbo. He was butt booty naked. He was like, "What do you mean you're outside? I'm naked." I was like, "Bro, get dressed. Throw on some panties." Boom. Then we yapped for like 15 minutes while we were figuring out. Well, I don't know what I was figuring out. I was just testing to see if this shit worked. Then we got in the car. Made it all the way to Brooklyn. Then
Yeah,
Fabian was
Juniors.
like, "They got a Juniors." And I was like, "You want to go try it?" Because I seen it. I seen that place
Yeah.
2 days ago.
You didn't try
We
it?
didn't try it because we went to the Alamo. They have a food like market
Ah.
on the basement of it. So I was down to try Juniors. We
What'd
pull
you
up.
think?
They got that meat fish from SpongeBob as our server. Meat.
The meat fish.
Meat. They got that guy.
I was
Picture
like,
that
who's
guy. The meat fish.
Yeah, low key, yeah.
That's who our server was. Bro must have been there since they opened the door, because the recommendations he had.
Non-existent. He was
Yeah.
like, I don't know, bro.
He like, "Bro,
You like steak? I was like,
I've been
yeah.
here since
He's like, this one, bro.
since
That's it.
1873.
Just let me go home.
Bro was tired of having us, and we were there for a second. Like
Literally.
the moment we sat down, bro was tired of us. Don't know why, don't know how. But it was raining because Fabian wanted to be a fucking hater.
Was what they called? Weather wizard.
Bro, you manifested bad weather. Bro saw some guy driving. We're crossing the bridge from New Jersey into Manhattan. And he goes, "Man, I really hope it rains. That way your mattress gets wet." And guess what happened? Not less than 15 minutes later,
Started pouring.
it was like dot, 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 dot. We get closer to the venue. It's saying 15 minutes away. There's fucking rain, bro. That did not stop. I bought a merch shirt. I always do. I always buy merch when I go to concerts. Jessie Reyez concert. But partly I changed my shirt because my shirt was soaking wet because of that rain. Anywho, Juniors, bro.
New Year's.
What would you rate that?
I'd rate the food. It's hard because I did end up liking it because of the way I was eating it.
But I think that's what you're supposed to eat.
Yeah,
it, though.
probably. But besides that, it was kind of bland.
Bro got some dry ass beef.
It's like a
Fucking-
beef sandwich with like a potato latte as like the buns.
That shit was a potato pancake,
Yeah.
right? But that shit was type gas. I'm not like the
Yeah.
pancake by itself without the dry ass meat. Pause.
It was good.
It was fire. But then you throw a little bit of gravy because you need the gravy
give
to
it gravy, yeah.
season it up.
And he was
you
gonna
know?
give me an au jus, which is like
not
meat
gravy.
juice, basically.
Oh, so maybe
It's
it's
like broth.
ew.
And I would have been like, this is the sauce that was gonna give me with this dry ass sandwich.
But you had something different, right?
I did get the gravy, yeah.
He
It
had
was
something
much better.
different. He got the gravy. For like 15 minutes, I was asking him, "What are you gonna get?" He said something different.
Yeah, because that's what it was called.
I didn't know that's what it was called. I thought he was just being a dick. He's like, "I'm gonna get something different." Like, all right. I was like, "All right." I don't know. I'm like, "Should I get the fried chicken sandwich?" He's like, "Nah." He's like, "I'm gonna go for something different." So I was just thinking, I'm like, he's not gonna tell me what he's gonna get. I'm trying to
gonna
see.
share,
I'm
bro.
trying to get something that we both gonna like. And I was like, you know what? I finally caught on. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go for something else. Something else.
Yeah.
Mid-rare.
And then I fell for it for like 2 seconds, and I was like, oh, that's a sandwich also.
I got a steak sandwich, mid-rare. Just lettuce and tomato came with the sandwich, and some fries.
Zero sauce.
Zero sauce, but they
Yeah,
kept the
they're
meat
not,
juice.
not a big sauce people. Not a big sauce
They
people.
gave
at
Fabian
Unions.
a spicy milkshake.
Oh, right. Like on the
Oh.
cups, there was like famous egg cream. And I've heard people talk about egg creams.
And you were like, I gotta try
I was
it.
like, I gotta try it, right? It's famous, world famous.
World famous, allegedly.
And I've never had one, so I was like, let's see what it's like.
I didn't get the hype.
Yeah, I don't get the hype.
I didn't get the hype.
It's sparkling water and like I think a chocolate or a vanilla milk. Cause it wasn't ice creamy.
And it was nut white.
cream like a 4 out of 5. No, I'm lying.
No, 4 to, you mean 4 to 10?
For 10, yeah, 4 out of 10.
4 to 5 is crazy.
I give my sandwich
7.
like a 7,
5.
like a 7 out of 10.
Respect that.
I give my cheesecake a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that cheesecake was fire, bro. I had like an apple crumb cheesecake.
Shit was good.
That shit was
I should've bought one
10
to go.
out of 10,
We should have bought one to go, bro.
bro. We shoulda, woulda, coulda. I give my sandwich. My sandwich a little bit better than his. The meat wasn't as dry.
the steak on yours was much better.
So I'll give that shit like an 8.
But the bread on mine, I felt like if we would have swapped breads and meats, it
Ooh,
would have
yeah.
been crazy.
A custom sandwich.
Yeah, it would have been
The
crazy.
Idle Talk sandwich. Get the.
Cause I like
made
they had
from
a big
something
menu,
else.
and I would have tried more shit, but he wasn't helpful. That guy wasn't helpful at all.
Bro, the waitress next to us in her section, she was living it
I
up.
was like, this guy. You were like, what do you recommend? This man didn't give you an answer.
Bro
And then
was
when I was like, so from the 2 egg creams, which one do you like? He was like,
Bro was like,
I was like, let me get vanilla, bro. I was like, you're not helping
bro was a meat
whatsoever.
meat fish. Then we ate that. Then we skedaddled across the street. By the time we finished eating, the street had gotten full. All the Jessie Reyez diehard fans were there.
Yeah, we had
in-
a way out
on their general admission line, booming, packed. That shit was crazy.
Really was.
We were like, oh, we can go eat because our VIP line isn't that long.
It was no line. There
was
was
no
like 2
line.
people there.
And we got there, what, 5 or 4 or something?
Yeah, like an hour and a half before opening
Mm-hmm.
like doors opened.
And by the time we finished eating, that shit was booming too.
Yeah, we didn't take long. It was like a 20, 30 minute.
I feel
sit
like
down. We
I
didn't
feel
take
like
that
it was
long.
like 45 minutes. I
'Cause we
feel like
were in and
I
out
feel like he
really
took
fast.
so
Yeah.
long getting
to
us
get
the
us,
food.
yeah, to get us the food. The white family got in, ordered, and got their food faster than we did.
But low
But that's
key,
'cause
it was
we were-
taking
it's
mad
'cause
long
maybe,
too.
Maybe it's because we ordered steak, and steak take a little to cook.
I mean, they
They
had
got
to.
chicken and like ribs.
Yeah, they did.
I want to try. They look good.
Yo, that dad though. Shout out to you, man. You was trying.
I want to try that chicken. I don't give a fuck about that.
He was trying, bro. He was trying to be a dad, but he was losing a battle. His kids was mad at him. His wife was mad at him. Yo, when she was like, everybody on this trip compromised, I was like, oh, man. You gonna have to do something you don't want to do, Bob.
Not the tourists yelling at each other. They weren't yelling.
No,
like
they were definitely not happy with each other.
Squabbling.
That shit.
Little
And
back
then-
and forth.
I'll go to the bathroom, and then they're coming back, and they're talking about like a war.
Were they?
Like, yeah, they were like, yeah, British troops were doing this to keep these. Da, da, da. I was like, where the fuck did this conversation go,
I didn't pay attention to them not one fucking bit.
bro? It's because I was right
The only
next
thing
to
I
them.
paid attention to was the food coming out that kitchen.
You were like, yo,
Or the food on the table was like that.
every other table's food that came out of that kitchen looked better than our food. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
that's
lie.
what I'm saying. I feel like he gave us shitty recommendations, bro.
By not giving us any, to be honest.
Exactly.
So we finally get inside the venue.
Even when I asked him what cheesecake is good, that motherfucker didn't get.
He can't get over it.
He didn't give me no recommendation. I was like, you
Bro,
know
I was
what?
like, fuck you, favorite.
I was like, I'll
He's
I'll
like,
pick this
fuck
one.
you,
This
your
one,
stupid
this one
ass
looks good.
podcast.
This one sounds good.
And your
This one
stupid
looks
ass
good.
TikToks.
And I was like, I want this apple crumb cheesecake. That shit was gas.
And bro looked at you like he didn't give a shit what you wanted. He was
Yeah.
just mad that you.
That man did not want to be at work, which I get it. I never want to be at work, but also,
Come on, help your brother
come
out.
on, bro.
Come on.
Shit.
I'm in the service industry too. You should have been
Like,
like, yo,
shit,
bro,
bro.
come on, help me out. Help me pick. But he didn't fuck with you, bro.
Not really. He didn't
Yeah.
fuck with any of us.
No, he didn't. He didn't fuck with that white family.
Not really,
He didn't
yeah.
fuck with
Any of the
his
table-
homegirl
yeah.
coworker.
None of his tables he
None
fucked
of.
with.
He wasn't happy to be there. Maybe something's going on with him.
Maybe he
But
was
we
having
still
a bad
did
day.
tip him though.
I did, yes. We did tip
I
him
tipped
out.
him only because I saw him tip. So you're welcome. Because if he didn't tip, I wasn't gonna tip. I was gonna be like, fuck it, whatever. Guess you didn't earn that. Well, we're inside the venue, Fabian.
Mm-hmm.
After we waited an hour in the rain,
Yes.
in the pouring rain that Fabian had manifested. Again, the power of the tongue is crazy between both of us. Cause I be saying some out of pocket shit like that too, and then it should be happening. Like I told Jaylen, I was like, yo, I'm like, oh, you need to go in there to get this promotion. You need to tell them you're better than the person who has the job, and they're gonna get fired. And tell me how when she went into work that day, that person quit. There's levels to this. There's levels to this. So we're inside. We buy merch. Boom. Hat. Shirt that I'm wearing. Fabian got some shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I got a hoodie.
It's on my
The hoodie is fire.
fanny pack.
Love my fucking hoodie. And then we go upstairs. We got balcony seating, but we took a big ass L in the balcony seating because
We didn't get to the balcony.
that shit. We didn't get to the. It's like when you get to the front row.
Yeah.
When you get to the front row, you know, you get early. You wait there for like an hour and a half until the artist comes out.
Yeah.
We went out there like 15 minutes.
After we got in. We was on the merch line, and the merch line went by so quick.
We was like first on the first. On the merch
it was
line.
like 3 minutes in the merch line, and then we went straight for the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time we got there, it was all the little balconies were taken
and
out.
all the little ledges.
And
were
none
gone.
of them were given like room to like squeeze
Nope.
people in. They were like,
Nope.
nah, I'm gonna put my bag
Nope.
here. I'm gonna put my umbrella here. No one's moving to
But
sit
you
next
know
to me.
what? I made a little video. I don't know where you were, but I was like, yo.
You went to the bathroom at one point.
I was like, yeah, I'm so grateful for my
left me.
my disposable income. Oh, you were getting these vodka Red Bulls, and I was like, yo, the only reason why we even in here right now is because I fucking balled out, and I paid $95 to get into like another section of the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
We were pretty cool, I think. We were looking at everybody walk in, walk past us. People kept asking how to get in there.
We
and
went
they
to the floor for a second.
We did.
Too.
We
Well,
took
that
a-
one guy was a performer. I don't know his name.
I don't know his name. Raheem? Shout out to Raheem.
He
You was
did good.
vibing with him. He was like,
he was going crazy. I like Raheem.
and he had good crowd work too.
Yeah,
That was the crazy
man
part.
was good, low key.
He was cooking up, but yeah, we got into a space that everybody wanted to get into, but
No
nobody
seats.
wanted to pay.
It was the only spot that had seats.
Yeah,
Everybody else was standing.
we were sitting, which was good.
Fancy.
And we had a table.
We did have a
I
table.
put my tripod on a table. And
Yeah,
I
we
got to
recorded
record.
some really good footage.
That shit was actually
We'll put some
crazy.
footage up
We're gonna overlay it soon.
here.
But Faber and I made some acquaintances.
You made friends.
Bro, you was there participating.
I mean,
Yo, we have to go.
have to
we have to
because
go
you
band for band on babies because she showed us her
Because
kid,
of you.
and then Fabian's like, "Yo, we got one friend that got a kid."
I was
and then
like, we got a
went-
baby friend.
we went band for band. We threw out the photos like
Shout
boom.
out Chris for letting us use
Yo,
Sienna.
we used Sienna. I gotta tell him. We didn't even tell him that. But we had to go band for band.
Sienna was cuter.
Yeah, I know, right? For sure, right?
For
but
sure.
that one girl, her hair is growing in pretty good though. Like the hair
Cute
kid.
kids,
Yeah,
but our kid was better.
yeah, we won that for
Won the
sure.
comp, you know?
I'm like, come on, look at her sitting on a table. She's
Cute as hell, bro.
Cute
Come
as hell.
on.
1 year old, doesn't even fall over. See,
Come on, man.
see, you already winning battles. You don't
We
even
was
know.
out here, bro. We was out here.
You don't even know. You're giving us dubs
It was these two ladies who didn't have VIP,
at all.
and they just
They had-
walked in, and then they got kicked out right at 1st
Mm-hmm.
Then
By
they-
a woman.
By yes,
They got kicked out by a
right. Yeah,
woman,
yeah.
and then
they came back and started speaking to Nando, asking how we got the seats.
for first, legitimately, they were talking to me. They were like, "Well, it was just the one girl." She
Yeah,
was
it
like,
one girl.
she was
yeah.
like,
her friend was
"How
still on
far
the
in
outside.
advance did you buy these?" I was like, "Bro, I bought these just now." And then she was like, "What? They're telling me they're not selling like the seats." And I was like, "That's fucked up because they made these two people next to us, which you didn't know about this.
Yeah.
But those two people next to us bought tickets too, but they didn't come together. So the lady who was trying to upsell us outside, she made them buy the package together and split it, which is kind of crazy.
Nope, that didn't happen with us. But also, she didn't pay for shit.
She didn't pay.
She
for
went
shit.
around, got whoever. I don't know whose number you gave them. That
I gave them the president of premium seating. Like, I got his card, and I gave him my card. So we traded cards.
See.
So
he came through. They flirted a little bit.
I don't think he came through. I think he sent his minion.
No, he.
That
pulled
wasn't
up.
that guy. No, that guy that I spoke to was a tall white man.
Oh, that wasn't.
Yeah,
him?
that wasn't him. That wasn't him at all.
The guy who introduced himself. That
Yeah.
wasn't the guy.
No, the guy who let the girls in, that wasn't the person that I spoke to earlier.
Oh.
Fun fact. So Live Nation, somebody got some tickets that
They
they
got
weren't
free
supposed to.
Tickets. They got a good corner seat. Didn't pay a goddamn dime.
They weren't even supposed to have that corner seat too, but I told them like, yo, I don't think nobody's sitting there, so you might as well just take, since you already took what you wanted, just go sit over there and take what you wanted. You know, that's what life's about.
They got free popcorn.
They paid for that.
No, they paid for the drinks.
How do you know they got free
'Cause
popcorn?
I was hearing them talk to the lady.
And she said,
She gave them free popcorn, and then they got them. Not only did she give them free
what?
popcorn, the next time she came around to like for me to pay for my stuff, and she was like making everybody else pay, she brought them a refill.
that's crazy.
So they was lit. I guess they spent mad money in the bar that she gave them free.
We
popcorn.
spent mad money.
No, we didn't.
Period.
Yeah. Period. Yeah.
Period,
But
bro.
not at the bar. We bought 2 drinks, bro.
Yeah, now I
Well,
bought a
three,
ginger ale.
three technically.
I
Yeah,
bought a ginger
3,
ale.
4, I guess now. Yeah, the
That
ginger
shit
ale.
was $7.
Bro, my shit, two vodka Red Bulls
Don't even
was
tell 'em.
$50.
I don't know why you did that. I don't know why you did that. That was insane of you.
One White Claw with a shot,
The shot was $5.
$30.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was $27.89.
The White Claw was $25.
I don't know, but it was
$22?
$27.89.
Because the shot was
Unless she
$5.
tipped herself like crazy without me realizing.
No, that's insane.
Cause she could have. It was one of those like little like touch to,
And then she- and
to
then she-
tip.
and
I
then-
didn't tap anything.
And then she was like,
I just beeped
sign
it.
it.
Yeah,
Sign it.
yeah. So it could have been that she tipped herself, or it was just that expensive.
Well, she had to make up for the free popcorn she gave.
But fucking us, right?
Yeah.
Giving away free seats and free popcorn, but fuck us.
That was crazy. And I was like, yo, you just used pretty privilege to the max. To the max.
So, yeah. Cool people though. They were
They
very
were
nice.
cool.
Yeah, they
I
were very
took a
nice.
video with her.
They were very nice.
They were cool. That was the most interactive that I've ever been at a concert.
Same.
Like I've been to small concerts like this to where
I've never been in a VIP like private area where I can. It's usually I'm on the floor where like there's a
See,
where
I don't like
interaction.
that.
I hate that, but
I
it's
hate that.
it's just the most
Brooklyn,
readily available. Seats.
all their venues have balconies, and I always get the balcony ticket. It's always the same amount. It's always like $130,
Yeah,
and that's the first time that like there was another option available. Like they're like, yo, we're gonna sell this day up. This isn't even something that we advertise.
like and if a venue has a seating option, though, like I could sit my ass down for a minute. That's usually where
That's
I like
just
to go.
fire. That
That's
shit
why I like stadiums like Madison Square Garden and shit where you can sit down, like for intermissions or songs you don't give a shit about. You can just sit.
Yeah, but that's crazy that they stand for all the songs. I'm
Yeah,
like, bro, sit down.
that's what I'm saying. And they're just in your way. But nobody was in front of us.
Nope.
That was
we
sick.
we had a good ass view.
Yeah.
And I had to use all my eye power to see clearly. It was like,
Really?
yeah.
I saw her perfect. I mean, whenever she would walk to like a corner of the stage,
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
didn't. But otherwise, I would just look at the big screen behind
Now,
her.
I couldn't tell what color her outfit was, but
It was,
apparently
like,
it was
red.
red. Yeah, but it looked burgundy for me from afar.
Oh.
But when I saw the video on the jumbotron behind her, it was red, like red as fuck, like clear as day. It was red.
Yeah.
So I was trying to focus.
So yeah,
Yo.
I think she killed it. Knocked it out of the park.
Rated out of 10.
I think it's a 9. I think even though I only knew like 3 of the songs, like the first
But
2.
you knew them though.
I knew the first 2 and then that New York one at the end. That she like pretended to leave but then came back.
Yo, she just came out of. She went bow.
Those 3 I knew.
But she left for like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, I think she was. I don't know what she was doing.
She was faking an encore. I think
Yeah,
that's what it was.
that's probably what it
she
was.
She was gonna see what the reaction was and still
but they
come
weren't.
out
They
anyway.
weren't chancing her.
Yeah, that shit was like
They
a
weren't
cult.
chancing.
But that's every concert
So
too.
yeah,
So she's
but
got-
most of them don't come back out. But she came back. And I don't
Cody
know,
came out that one time. We
for
went.
one song though, and then he left.
Yeah, yeah. But he
And then-
came out though. That's like that's
And then
crazy.
they kept yelling to him to come out, and he didn't.
And he was like, nah, I'm tired.
But I think she is a fantastic performer. I think the way she interacts with her crowd is very what's the word, like endearing. Like she cares about her friends, and it seems like she cares about actual issues in this world. And her music touches people.
She stood on business,
There
bro.
was people crying next to us.
Bro, literally, that
Yeah.
that pretty
was
privileged girl was on the fucking floor.
Yeah, and that table of strangers.
Yeah,
she was crying.
She was crying at the end of the show too. She was
Yeah.
like, "Why am I fucking crying right now?"
So I think
I ain't
the
cry 'cause
concert's
Fabian was there.
I think the concert's great. It was great seeing you like interact and like sing because that's me. If I knew the songs, I would be.
yeah,
I just
that
don't
was-
know the songs like that.
So crazy.
Um,
Cause she told me to.
yeah, and it was
she
it
told
was it was
everybody
cool
to.
seeing like the auditorium sing with her.
Yeah. Bro, she did this for like the whole song.
For the whole first half of the song, they were singing it.
It was a
like, that's
throwback
cra-
song. It was
I
a
was like,
it was like a
crazy.
real fan song. Like you had to be there. Like,
Yeah, so I think she's a very good performer. I think she's up there.
she's up there, bro.
Yeah,
I-
which is crazy because I feel like artists that aren't as famous as some of the most world famous are better performers because
They put
they
their
appreciate
heart
their
and soul
crowd.
into
Yeah,
it.
they appreciate their crowd a lot more. Because I've seen a few people now, like either in festivals or concerts. She's up there with like I think Cuddy, and Cuddy interacts with his crowd after every song and talks to people and signs shit.
he
and
signed mad shit in the middle of his concert,
And Logic
yeah.
also interacts with his fans a lot.
You know who was like that?
Wiz
A
is
Boogie.
Wiz is okay. He's like kind of a mid performer.
A Boogie was like that when he was coming up. Because if you want to make it in New York, you always have to do the State University of New York tour. So you got to go to every SUNY school, like when you're
perform for
upcoming,
them?
and perform. Like,
So that they
you
all
don't
know
have
about
to,
you.
but
Yeah.
like that's the smart
It's
thing
good,
to
it's
do.
good publicity.
Exactly.
Basically.
And
Yeah.
so basically the state pays, like, hey, 20 school package, X amount of money. You have to do concerts at all of these, right? And it's good. You get money coming in, and you get exposure.
Yeah.
So he came to our school one day for one of our like end of year festivals, and bro, he put his whole fucking effort into. He arrived late, but that's the airport's fault. So fuck the airport. But he as soon as he got into the van to get to our school, bro was already rolling a fucking joint.
Yeah.
And but the concert he gave, you know, it was because he was late. It was only maybe like an hour or so, but he performed really good. He put his whole heart and soul into that. So when they're, especially if they're up and coming and they're, you know, working their way up the ranks, I think they put a lot more effort in. I haven't been to a concert since of him specifically, so I wouldn't know how he's like currently.
Yeah,
but,
I've never seen A Boogie in person.
but when he was coming up in like 2019, he was putting energy like that,
Yeah.
and it was during like some peak songs too.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
you know what made me sad driving back here? I was like, damn. I was like, yo, I hate
that it felt so short. I felt like it took me longer to get in the fucking building than I lasted inside that building.
It's because we had to do side quests.
Yeah.
We had to get like our bang for our buck. We had to go into the lounge that they would try to upsell us in.
Yeah.
And then we went back to our seats.
I
And
feel
we
like
had to go
the time that she was out there for didn't
Didn't-
feel like a lot.
it
But
didn't-
obviously we were there for a bit, right?
We did. I feel like I felt the experience. I just didn't feel the length of time.
Yes.
It was one of those weird things where you just don't know time is passing.
Exactly.
But then you know when it's over, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, like when she was like, "All right, guys, this is gonna be my last song," I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "That shit went
That
fast."
shit went by so fast.
I was like, "What the hell?" But that last song was a bop,
That, yeah,
and it was a good.
She
good
played at
ender.
the beginning too.
Did she?
Yeah. She's like, all right, New York, ready for this? And she was like, yeah. And then she was like, yeah. And then everybody went crazy. They were like, New York, baby. It makes sense to play that in New York, but
Yeah, she played it twice. It's
Other-
a good song.
other-
So I only knew 2 songs.
and it was that.
I said
it
I was
the
like I
same
knew
song.
2 songs in the
It was
beginning and the
same-
one at the end. It was the same song.
song.
But yeah, no, listen, it was good. I think she did good. I think.
Bro, 10 out of 10. I'm biased.
I think
biased.
she should come back.
Bro, it's
Wow.
gonna make me sad because when she comes back around, it's gonna be
more expensive.
Barclays Center.
That's expensive.
And that's what I realized. I'm like, damn, when she comes back around and does another tour, It's
She
probably
might
gonna
do
be
a Jersey one. It might be cheaper.
true, it doesn't affect me at all. I'll have to cross the bridge anyway.
Yeah.
But I was really thinking about that. I'm like, damn, the next pillar of success means that it's gonna be more expensive.
Yeah.
to
And then after
enjoy
that, it's Madison Square Garden. Sorry,
know
I
what?
yawned through the whole thing.
That's what we want, right? You want your
Madison-
artists
Madison Square
to
Garden.
get there. And let me tell you, I've been back there. I've been where the
But-
artists be in Madison Square
Oh,
Garden.
we forgot to say the people that had a baby thing reveal, baby
Oh
gender,
yeah, they had a gender reveal.
which is cool. That's what I'm saying. Like she interacts with the crowd. She saw somebody with a sign that said like Jessie, like do my gender reveal, and she did it. It was cool.
And then she got hype.
Yeah,
She
that's
got
what
hype
I'm
like she
saying.
knew the people. Like she was like, oh my god, and then she threw it back during the gender reveal.
So
But yeah, I've been there backstage, Madison Square Garden. I've been to the area where the artists go.
you gonna
Once
get,
you make
gonna
it there,
you gonna get backstage
no,
pass
but
this time?
I'm saying, once you get there, I'm saying for all the artists that might be.
Did she have like a photo pass today with the people that the meet and greet?
I don't know. But I'm saying once you get back there, well, let me finish my thought, Fabian. Once you get back into the back of MSG, and you take that moment in, you made that. Once you get to MSG, you've made it. That's the top place in New York to perform.
Damn right.
So anybody that's listening to this out there that's got music aspirations,
Top arena. Top
that's the
spice.
place you want
Make sure
be.
to be there and cook with it.
Facts. Once you're there, you made it, and then you gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep going forward. But my concert experience was a 10 out of 10.
9 for me.
That shit was fire.
If I do, I think next year, or whenever the fuck she comes back, it might be a 10 because I know more songs by then.
Bro,
Hopefully.
everybody knew the
Fingers
words.
crossed. Yeah,
Everybody
everyone was singing.
That was the craziest part to me. That's why I don't like going in the sea of people. I'm like, yeah, y'all gonna use that space better than I would. You know? Like
Yeah.
But in the side, on the balcony, in the chair,
She said hi to us.
she did. She's like, hey, balcony.
We saw ourselves in
Yo,
Jumbotron.
I was like, Fabian, where are we?
I was like, I don't know. Look, my light's up, but I don't see a
And
light.
and I kept blocking
Yeah.
his light, and I'll put the footage in afterwards. But I was like, yo, look, we're right there. And he was like,
Well, we
"All right,
also saw my friend. Shout out Michelle. We saw her. She was in the front row.
And it looked like she got there late as fuck too. So how the fuck did she get in?
I don't
there?
know, but she got up to the
We
front.
need
dog.
answers. You need to ask
DM
her.
us.
You need,
Tell us.
you need
tell
to be
us,
like,
tell
yo,
us your secrets.
explain how you were late to the show.
But
and,
still,
and you went.
yeah, because she wasn't in the VIP
no
line, right?
No.
So she must have gone into general admin, or
We-
maybe she had the meet and greet shit.
No, because she would have went in. You were past us.
Maybe she was already in by the time we were still eating.
I don't know.
But yeah, we didn't see her go in, and she was in the front.
I have no idea.
We said hello to each other from across the
FaceTime.
room. Yeah.
Oh man, what a show! What a show! What a day! Fabian's gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm
Dude,
off,
I'm tired.
and we're gonna go.
I need a big fat nap.
We're about to go. I'm about to go edit this. All right, Fabian, say bye to the camera. Peace.
Peace.